In this training, we're going to talk about the 6 Pilates principles: centering, concentration, breath, control, precision, and flow. We're going to learn a little bit about what they are and how you can implement them into your daily life. First, we'll start with centering. And centering is your powerhouse. I want you to think of the area below your bottom rib cage and on top of your pubic bone that wraps all the way around the belly. So think of centering, that all movements move from the center. So our center must be strong. It's like your foundation. The powerhouse is the key to all exercises in Pilates, and it is also key to help you stay strong in everyday life. When you're standing, even when you're sitting, balancing on one leg, leaning over, your centering is key to keep you safe and healthy and effectively move. The next principle I want to talk about is concentration. And this is bringing awareness to the muscle. So it's mind-body connection. Think of it as your body's way of meditation, right? It's keeping you safe because you're using the right muscle groups and you're also practicing good alignment. Okay, I'm going to show you an example here. If I'm on all fours and I extend my right leg back, and then I tell you to lift the leg here, right? I'm just going to lift the leg. Not giving any more cues. Now, if I concentrate on drawing the navel in, corkscrewing under the armpits, I'm bringing my mind aware with the muscles that I'm supposed to be activating. And then the cue is squeezing the right glute to lift up. So now I'm controlling that movement and have more of a mind-body connection to keep that good form. Concentration is key to staying safe and keeping that mind-body awareness. It's almost like turning on the switch, right? Turn on that switch for your muscles to talk to your mind. The next principle is breath, and breath is so important. We should use this every single day, whether we're on the mat practicing Pilates or driving away from work. So unfortunately, most of us have that short, shallow breath that kind of just stays in the chest because we're always on the go. It's that fight or flight response, right? That hustle and bustle response. We want to get rid of that and bring more relaxation, more breath into the body. So thinking here, as we inhale through the nose, feel the ribs open up laterally. It's a 3-dimensional breath. Full breath, let the belly fill with air. And then as you exhale, like you're blowing through a straw, feel that navel draw into the spine, feel the ribs knitting toward one another. So trying to think of opening that chest, getting that breath in, and really focusing on that exhalation and that contraction. Control is our next principle. It's really the goal of the Pilates system, to move with control. Thinking of control in your day-to-day routine, right? When you're moving, when you're lifting up groceries, not jerking or moving, movements that are going to maybe go into the low back, right? When you're putting something up on a shelf, controlling that movement. Precision is the next principle. And this is focusing on performing exercises slow and precise. Let me give you an example of someone practicing golf. So I'm practicing a golf swing, say every single day, except my shoulders are rounded, my upper thoracic spine is flexed, right? My neck and head are in a forward position. So now I'm going to practice that golf swing, and what's going to happen? I'm practicing every day, and I'm getting my swing harder and harder, but I'm in a faulty movement pattern. So with precision, you want to, first of all, think about correcting the faulty or the bad movement patterns, and then go through that golf swing slow and precise so we're moving the correct muscle groups with the right form. So precision is key, right? Think about that as you move through your daily routine. And when you are working on clients or maybe leaning over, what will happen is you tend to have tight upper traps, low back, maybe a stiff knees or stiff joints. So think about doing exercises that work and balance that out, working your posterior, your back. So coming out of that round low back position and thinking of working through the rhomboids, the traps, the rear delts, doing some spinal mobility to open up through that chest, maybe in between your clients, a few stretches. And the final principle is flow. And this is really the last part of the Pilates practice. When you're adding choreography, you're adding maybe quicker movements to your exercises routine. But I want you to think of flow in your daily routine, right? So how you flow out the house in the morning, into your car, to work, or maybe you're walking to work, But when you go through those movements, maybe you're going a little bit faster. Do you have good form? Are you centering, right? So think of drawing that navel in, thinking of that breath. Take the opportunity on the way to work to center, to breathe, to concentrate on using the correct muscles when you get out of the car, right? Turning the legs around, squeezing the glutes to lift up. Focus when you're lifting or picking up groceries, not doing it from the low back, but squatting down to efficiently and effectively go through that movement. And then again, moving with control and precision. So your flow, right, is using the centering, the concentration, the breath, and the control, the precision in your everyday life. In Pilates, a flow would look like this. Maybe starting with a knee stretch. And then we're going to add what we call a crisscross. So it's a little more choreography. And then maybe we're going to come into some scissors. And then with the scissors, adding a little twist, right? We can't get there until we have the centering down, until we have the breathing down.